Do you ever feel like you're running a race you never signed up for? Like you're constantly checking a list of things you're supposed to do, be, and achieve, but you have no idea who wrote the list. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. So many of us are silently carrying the immense weight of other people's expectations. And today, we're going to talk about the hidden psychological cost of this burden. It starts subtly. As children, we learn to seek approval. A good grade gets a smile from our parents. Following the rules earns praise from our teachers. This is a natural part of growing up, learning to navigate our social world. But what happens when this desire for approval doesn't mature with us? What happens when it becomes the primary driver of our choices, our careers, our relationships, and even our sense of self? This is where the trouble begins. We start living a life based on a script written by others. Maybe it's the pressure from your family to pursue a stable career, even though your heart aches for something more creative. Maybe it is the unspoken social media rule that says you have to look perfect and have it all figured out. So you carefully curate a life that looks good online, but feels empty behind the scenes. Or perhaps it's the expectations within your friend group that dictate what you should enjoy, how you should dress, or what you should believe. Every time you say yes to something you don't truly want, just to please someone else, a tiny piece of your authentic self gets chipped away. Every time you swallow your own opinion to avoid conflict or judgment, you're telling yourself that your voice doesn't matter. This isn't just a fleeting feeling of discomfort. It's a slow, steady erosion of your internal compass. That inner voice, your intuition, the one that knows what's truly right for you, starts to get quieter and quieter until you can barely hear it anymore. This leads to what I call a silent exhaustion of the soul. It's a deep, pervasive tiredness that no amount of sleep can fix. It's the feeling of being a stranger in your own life. You might look successful. On the outside you have the job, the house, the relationship, but inside there's a nagging void, a sense of disconnection. This is because you're spending all your energy maintaining an external facade, living up to an image, instead of fueling your own passions and desires. Your life becomes a performance, and you are the perpetually exhausted lead actor. The psychological toll is immense. It breeds anxiety because you're constantly worried about messing up, about disappointing someone, about the mask slipping. It can lead to resentment, a quiet anger towards the very people you're trying to please, because you feel trapped by their expectations. And it often culminates in a profound identity crisis. You wake up one day and think, who am I? Really? What do I actually want? The scariest part is when you can't find an answer. So, how do we break free? How do we put down this invisible weight that wasn't ours to carry in the first place? It begins with a courageous act of self-confrontation. It starts with asking yourself some hard questions. Whose life am I living? Whose dreams am I chasing? Whose values am I honoring? Be brutally honest with yourself. It's not about blaming others. Your parents, your friends, society, they often have good intentions. This is about taking radical responsibility for your own happiness. The next step is to start listening again. Find quiet moments to tune into that faint inner voice. What is it trying to tell you? Maybe it's whispering for you to take that art class, to end that draining friendship, to say no more often. Start small. The goal isn't to blow up your entire life overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps back towards yourself. For example, the next time someone asks you to do something you don't want to do, pause. Instead of an automatic yes, try saying, let me think about it and get back to you. This small action creates space. In that space you get yourself. Does this align with my values? Do I have the energy for this? Do I want to do this? You have to unlearn the habit of seeking permission to be happy. You do not need anyone else's approval to live a life that feels good to you. This is a revolutionary concept for many people pleasers. Your joy is not up for a committee vote. Your path is your own, and you have the right to walk it without apology. This journey of reclaiming your life will feel uncomfortable at first. When you start setting boundaries and making choices for yourself, some people might not like it. They're used to the version of you that always says yes. They might get or even upset. This is the price of authenticity. But the people who truly love and support you will eventually understand and celebrate the real you. And you'll attract new people into your life who love you for who you are, not for who they want you to be. Think of it as building a new muscle. The authenticity muscle. At first, it's weak and shaky. Every no, every choice that defies expectation feels difficult, but with each repetition, it gets stronger. Soon, living in alignment with your true self becomes your new normal. The silent exhaustion begins to lift, replaced by a vibrant energy that comes from living a life that is truly yours. You'll start to feel more present, more engaged, and more alive. Confronting the weight of expectations is not an easy task, but it is the most rewarding work you will ever do. It's about reclaiming the courage to exist as you are, without apology. It's about giving yourself the permission you've been waiting for others to grant. Permission to be happy, permission to be messy, permission to be different, permission to be simply you. Your life is your masterpiece. Don't let anyone else hold the paintbrush. Thank you so much for watching and exploring this important topic with me. If this resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more conversations about living a more authentic life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.